start our weekend off with some creativity. I'm Alana Nagy and this is Studio Saturdays. Today we'll be making an American Sign Language poster inspired by Yoan Capote.
For today's project, you will need 4 sheets of colored paper, poster board, scissors, a pencil, and glue. Yoan Capote is a Cuban artist who was born in 1977 in Havana, Cuba. Capote uses sculpture, painting, photography, videos, and other ways of art making to create his artwork, which focuses on themes of politics and immigration. Immigration is what happens when a person or group of people move from one country to another. Sometimes people immigrate from one country to another just because they want to live in a new place, but other times people immigrate to escape bad things in their home country, such as war. Many people have immigrated to the United States from Cuba in the past century, and Capote's art is influenced by this history of his country. In this artwork from 2014, titled Abstinencia, Libertad, Capote casts the hands of factory workers in New York who immigrated from Latin American countries in bronze. Their hands spell out in American Sign Language, a language that uses hand signals and movements to represent letters and words, the Spanish word Libertad, which means liberty in English. Liberty is another word for freedom. The engraving to the right shows drawings of the American Sign Language alphabet, with the letters of Libertad highlighted. Capote uses sign language to show, symbolically, that many people who have immigrated to the United States do not have a voice in how our country is run, even though they are now part of our country. He uses the word liberty to represent this larger social idea that is important to him. For today's activity, we will be focusing on the American Sign Language alphabet to create a one-word poster inspired by Yoan Capote's Libertad sculpture. You will be tracing and cutting out your own handprint, then folding the fingers to create the different sign language letters. You can reference this image of the American Sign Language alphabet throughout the project to make sure you spell your word correctly. Feel free to pause now if you want to take a closer look. Just as Yoan Capote used different people's hands to make his sculpture, you can trace the hands of friends and family members to make your poster. You can also use a word in a different language for your poster, like how Capote used the Spanish word Libertad in his artwork. Now it's time to think like an artist. What big idea, like Libertad or liberty, is important to you? What one word can you use to sum up or symbolize that idea? After you have chosen your word, write it down. Then count out how many letters are in that word. Spread your handout on a piece of colored paper and use a pencil to trace it. Ask friends and family to join in and trace their hands to give a variety of shapes and sizes. About 2 hands should be able to fit on each paper. Trace as many hands as there are letters in your chosen word. Use scissors to cut along the hand outlines. Repeat the same steps on the different sheets of colored paper, making sure you have enough hands to spell out your American Sign Language word. Place your hands in the color order that you want them to be in. Then look at the American Sign Language alphabet and find the hand motions that represent each letter of your chosen word. Bend the fingers of the cutout hands to create knuckles and joints. Reference the American Sign Language chart and glue the fingers in place to make the sign. Repeat for each letter of the word. The word I've chosen is the word equal, because I believe that everyone is equal no matter their race, their age, their gender, or their sexuality. So I'm referencing the sign for the letter E for this one. Once all the joints have been created, I'm going to use my glue stick and glue down each finger into place, making sure I'm referencing the ASL chart as I'm doing so. My next letter is the letter Q. This letter is normally seen from the side, but I'm flipping it so that it's seen from the front perspective. You can do this with any of your letters. As you glue your fingers into place, reference the sign with your own hands to make sure it's correct. After all letters are made, put them in order and hang your ASL word somewhere for all to see, like on the wall or a poster. I attached mine to a black poster board.
Thanks so much for joining me today while we created an American Sign Language poster inspired by Yoan Capote. Be sure to join me next time where we'll be making geometric patterned posters inspired by Layla Assadid. Have a great weekend and happy crafting!
Thanks again for joining us for Studio Saturdays. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on the notification bell to find out when a new video is uploaded. Have a good day!